Testing, testing. There we go. So this is one of those weird things. And I did specifically test for this before going live. And still, by the time I went live, it stopped working. Oh, shoot. Okay. That must have happened while I was away. Oops. Hi. I guess that was just right before. So actually, why didn't that reset? Bugger. I'm just curious how that shows up, because, or if that shows up. Because I've also been working on some of this stuff. User notice. Oh yeah, I wanna catch this for a test case. This appears to not be up to date on the Twitch docs. So thank you. So one moment while I go grab this. Also, do tell me if the volume level is off. I noticed that it was looking a little too high the other day, but then somebody told me it was really soft. Or it was too low. No. I want... actually, I want another... I can get back here pretty fast. I want you... I want in here... Chat samples. Sample rated message. You know what? This did look like a funny... Did this still have the duplicate timestamp? No. So yeah, this was a trumped up RAID message, I think. Because it had some data errors. So we want to go... And then I will actually do some testing with that later. I just wanted to grab that while I had it available. So that's... And I think everything else is pretty ordinary. All right, so back to bug hunting. Oh, I was trying to take object. Okay, and that's actually his style, and this has to be, that's molt. Oh, no, we have to check for current speed is 0, because otherwise it's not... Then the current pause where we're drawing it could be different. But so these could be definitely different at many times. It's only if... current speed equals 0. That these matter. Or xd not equal to... So the position he considers it is at the minus. It shouldn't be enough if it's actually at a right round coordinate that it matters. And then we know our bracket there. And he likes this style, and then that's getting big and nasty. And then what can we do to separate these a little bit? It's maybe more than I usually do, but... So if we're deliberately showing it, or if we are in a condition where it is the problem case, why are we not saving? Oh. Saying we've mismatched. Ooh, okay. So function call, those parentheses, and then that or condition as well. Too many parentheses. No, and I forgot to hotbar this. Not game source. Okay, I messed something up there. And not equal to. Oh, heck. This is supposed to be. Oh no, this is supposed to be y, and then this is supposed to be x. And then we should be able to run that. So I don't expect this to actually show anything most of the time. It seems to be a pretty weird thing, but you only see it if there's that object there that can get inverted. So I'm wondering if maybe it happens more often, but we just don't notice it because there's not that object above your head to be draw inverted. So unfortunately, the rest of this is going to be, for what I was planning, was kind of boring inspection. Although I know that I've been toying with some other mod ideas. So if, and we could go take a look at what those are, if that sounds a little bit more interesting. Mod node. Oh, actually, you know, that would be a little thing. Actually, we did this. That's something I wouldn't mind doing, although I do kind of want to take a peek. So other things are show time-based transition in hints and precursors. I was wondering, this might be a bigger change than I want to do as a patch, but drag drop interactions, because a lot of times you're picking an item up off the ground and going combining it with something else. So I thought that might be nice. I still have to figure out a better system for the click-through heads, but that's a tough UI problem. I think those are the only other patches I wanted to make. So if any of those sound more interesting, let me know. Meanwhile, I want to figure out how these could get set to different values, because most of the time you're going to be seeking towards it and stopping. Where can current speed change? Pretend that frame rate is constant. What is this? Hmm. Time of last speed update. Update move speed. Move ETA time. Measure path length. So when can our speed go to 0? Path length -1. Less than the last step, I guess? But less than equal would put us like 2 steps out? Well, no, because the last index isn't valid anyway. So that's setting num turns and last... No, only num turns, really. Turn time boost. So apparently it takes a little bit extra time to stop and turn, I guess. Less than 1/10 of a second. Update move speed. Okay. Right, because otherwise you get the sort of the problem where to cover the distance, the arrow has to cover half the distance, and has to cover half the distance, half the distance, half the distance. If the speed is actually updating, that's an issue. Pretend the frame rate is constant. Speed per second divided by FPS. But we up it to at least 0.1. Those should be constant-ish factors. ETA second is at least something. Move left. In object path length. That's just path length. Possibly truncated path compensating for diagonals. Oh, so this is trying to get the travel time, assuming that diagonals take longer? Okay. Number of turns, which we execute faster than we should because of path smoothing. Wait, the time until... We're increasing the time. It says we execute turns faster, but we're increasing the time it takes us to get there, not decreasing it? I've never really paid attention to how that feels. Oh, our previous person died, so that would be with some kind of complicated path. Yeah, I don't know if that's really going to matter, but I am curious about this. I guess the the one tutorial, windy path, would really be the place to test that. Forgot to open a few windows here. Okay. Yeah, wow, a lot of boards over there. Don't feel like there's anything particularly different about that. And really, I don't know. I guess that's kind of adjacent thing as to how that was supposed to work. Unless I'm thinking of it wrong. I mean, I guess I could raise it as an issue and let him think about it, but... It's called a turn time boost. That's making it take longer, which we execute faster, reduce overall speed. Oh, you know what? I don't know why, but making it take longer, does that reduce speed? Speed per sec. No, it's number of moves. No, moves distance. He's increasing the divisor of the speed, which seems like it would make it slower. So now I'm curious how this affects things. And this will probably just mess everything up, but we'll see. What if we did more extreme differences? Oh. Right, because that's increasing the ETA time. That still seems at odds. So the one that would really mess us up is if we got there sooner. Yeah. And then that would be before the server thought we were done? Maybe? I don't know. I'm not super clear on differences between client and server. Yeah. Which unfortunately means that there's no real good way to do modding. This is a little bit disturbing. Oh, well, now I'm waiting for the server to catch up. Yeah. It's like, you're still running, dude. You're not there yet. Though, I mean, I guess you could maybe abuse that for scouting, but it's not that different from the zoom mod, so that was cute. Although, if this is a client-side thing, I don't know. I mean... We can. We'll probably run into a snake or something. Of course, this is after we did the minimum on it. Why is that glitched? Because that looked like it was... Yeah, this is... This is not terribly useful. Oh, can I get... It's basically teleportation. Yeah, I can't even get auto run going here. I won't find my original. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I could find my original location. Now the server is probably still. Yeah, so the server is waiting for me to walk here. Oh, I wasn't that far. Um. That's gonna be hard because it's so fast. Let's turn it down a little bit. I mean, I guess it's just a blink, essentially. So actually, let me cheat a little bit here. We need to go... 33, 34, 40... Yeah, you could use it for scouting. You'd have to wait for yours. Ooh, no, because that's always on in this view. So X, Y. No, X is already negative. It's Y. Ugh, that blinking. Y4. X. Yeah, I think it's moving so fast that some of the way it does the maps is making the adjustment not work right. But anyway, we are now back close to where we started. Now this we actually do have to go over here because I don't think it's going to treat that as well. Maybe I could do this from here. Yeah. And we just have to change this to a different user. Ugh, that's so disorienting. Okay, that wasn't as close as I thought, apparently. Yeah, so X is still a little bit over. X0. There's the tacos. Oops, blinked. Oop. X2. Y. All right, so I'm think I may have to do this on the other monitor actually to make it visible, but okay, so yes, it's using that animation for all players. So this is the game without animation. Anyway, that was a little diversion there. That did not seem to be causing any of our error situations. No, you don't actually teleport. The server is still here. The animation is teleporting, but let's come back in here really quick. I think because it moves so quick, I can't actually get an auto runoff, which would be crazy. So if I run out here a bit and then look for a thing to do, it's going to bounce. Basically, the server is still simulating the run out here. So you don't actually teleport in game. So yeah, server is waiting for it to run. So you would also have to make adjustments on that end for it to actually do anything. It's cute, but not. I think I'm somewhere around start again. Oh, yeah, there's my plate of tacos. From some glitch. Anyway, speed per second. Speed per second. FPS. Speed per sec. Okay, so it's turning into it in a frame per speed. Or a speed per frame. Oh, wait. Current speed. Oh, current grid speed. He's going off current speed for the test I'm interested in. So that's where current speed can be set. If equals 0, if equals 0, equals 0, not equal to 0. There's the thing of interest. There's my test for it. There's printing it. There's a test for equal. This is the... After 10 seconds of waiting... This is only for our object. And this is something we do often see in other players, so I don't think it's that one. Current speed equals 0. This is part of the force update logic, right? Existing object, responsible player for this change. Defer this message. This update is forced. This does set both current position and destination to the same thing, so I don't think that could cause the drift. Except we would then... Is it leaving a path open in one of those cases? Well, continue checking speed. Baby dropped. I don't think I was seeing it particularly in baby drop. Yeah, we got this done moving and forced. I don't know. That's going to be a hard one to find if that's it. Because you'd have to have like a log of recent updates for every object to see if those... Well, it only does this. It does current pause. Existing current pause. Yeah, no, it sets both of them. And speed to 0. There's a desk truncated. This is setting us up. Maybe? Or is it still player update? Update for us. Done moving. So this is the default case. Okay, current speed. Current pause. Where is the existing destination? So what's the condition for this? You're older than us. Age order. So this does not change. It sets current pause to the server destination, but does not update the character's destination. And does set speed to 0. Picked up a baby. Unless that's updated somewhere else. There's death stuff. Object deleted. Huh. That's specifically for babies. An interrupted move. Yeah, Path to Death never got reset, so would that cause us to keep walking? Track our local in-motion status. Move any double backs. Wait, does it send the path to us? What is this? Oh, this is more ETA time? Is this like a path message? There's definitely some scanf going on there. Where are we saying player moves start? At first, protocol, actually this is in server. Ah. Player ID, XSXY, total sec. List of player IDs that just started moving. Their start grid position, their delta grid offsets along their path. First destination X. How long the total move should take. And their time to arrival and floating point seconds. For untruncated paths, truncated paths. The player originally requested. Immediate response to the move request. Path gets cut off. These players reach their destinations. Client must assume the player is still in transit. So the server is sending full paths to us. And we were we were looking for current speed. No, okay, well, yeah, that's the weight. Non-forced update about other player. Well, we're still playing their last movement. Current speed not equal to 0. Matches our current path destination. Truncate our path there. Destination path end. Cut off, navigate there. Path path end, or we never do anything if we don't find it on the path. We also don't set the speed to 0, so they shouldn't stop them. All right, yeah, that was just a check. They aren't out of range anymore. That sets both. That sets both. That sets current pause. And this is the force update again. So current speed gets set. I thought I had looped before. Maybe I searched for something else and skipped a bunch of stuff. Oh, reached destination. Okay. Current pause equals end pause. Oh. What if... Where is end pause? Setup. Next step dest. Okay, I seem to have zipped past something there. Still on path. Current pause is existing. Okay. Not equals 0, and we have a path. Okay. Oh, update move speed is... not called there. Oop, that was not the bracket I was looking for. Reached destination. Current pause is end pause, but this is not necessarily using the destination coordinate. The only good news about that is that the thing we added, which I guess I can actually write into debugging. STG series. Yeah, debugging info. Is that if that happens, it will tell us it happened. It still doesn't tell us why. Well, I could track down all the places speed could get set to 0. Well, I'd have to do that as a per object data field. But if we then displayed that whenever that happened, So this would be if speed per sec, so if move left was 0 on this end. We could set current speed to 0. And this is based on path, not on destination position. Current speed equals so there's U, there is jump to where the server said we were before. That sets destination and current pause to the same. That sets it to the same. That sets it to the same. Done moving forced sets current pause. Yeah, there's a thing that where you get like a crop row or something drawn over a character, and it's one of the things that bugs me. Also, the baby bouncing thing, but I'm still waiting to catch that one, or the when you can't pick up a baby. But I don't really have any theories on that, except maybe inaccurate position, which I guess this could actually be an accurate position if it didn't think the player was there. I haven't really looked into that detection much. I'm still trying to figure out if it's a client-server issue or if a client detection issue. We can set that there, but that sets current spot pause equal to dest, and does it set the dest position? No. No, that's O current pause equals O x y x t, so that's going to be the same. Actually, I could check. This is baby, so I'm not concerned about it, because I see this on adults. Path truncation. Current pause equals xd, xy. So I could, if I could catalog the places where they could be different, I could print something out about which it was. Since this shouldn't happen very often, if we then detected that the coordinates were not the same. So this is end pause current speed. Alright, so this could do it if current speed ended up being 0. So I guess I would like to take a short break, and then I guess we try to we'll have like a one little message thing for when it happens, what the last case it happened was, and see if that is something that ever occurs, and that will tell us which thing is occurring, hopefully. And then, then you have to figure out why it's occurring, but that, at least knowing which case is allowing that to happen, will make that a little bit easier. But yeah, I will be back in a few minutes. All right, well, the storm is not... It's around somewhere. Are you... Oh, Alpha Game.
Rip. Now he didn't get XP. He did, but not much. Because he didn't kill it. Then let's kill this thing.
Punto.
¿Hay alguien en el punto?
Sí, una fara.
Ah, que tiene la skin de... No, qué fuerte. Yo quiero esa.
¿Cuál? ¿De qué?
La que no tiene, la de Symmetra. La de... Esa es Symmetra Warframe, totalmente. Es Symmetra Lotus.
Sí, sí, sí me trago así, vale.
Espérate, te voy a enseñar.
Vale, como tienen, claro, tienen una espada para mis cosas.
Was it? Okay. Well, let's see what happens with this. Bye, baby. So... Okay, so you can empty water into it as well? So does it...
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. So there appear to be a finite number of places where current speed could equal to 0. So now where did I put my... Was it like showing debugging grid. And then also, so this is our condition, more or less. If speed is equal to 0 and the coordinates do not match, then we have a issue. Now, oh wait, we had it's the git bash, so yeah, so essentially. Is it that much better? I mean, it was just, I needed it for git, and then it was the easy thing that was there. I actually need some place to put the message about what we got. So showing debugging grid is already part of this. I'm forgetting where I have to put the const for a pointer to a string, but essentially we can do constant strings here. I guess it's going to start as null. And then where we draw... Oh, because right now we don't have... Oh, we do have some other stuff. It's not that. Actually, it'd be more closer to the other... No. Shoot. What did I print? Where else? Well... This should be our current patch. Where else? It's the last click on person stuff. And next message is sent. So it's going to be a bit more like this. Where it was... bug location message. Okay, so now we can do that. So now we want showing debug grid. This bit where current speed equals 0 essentially. So If oh, and is it object? No, it's in obj. Do that so I don't get random O's. In object. And then we have to do U in there. And it is bug location message. So this is update move speed. Yep. There is a string. Oh, okay. So I've forgotten where you have to put the const. Okay, it's not complaining about doing that. So this is a pointer to a const char, so it should be fine. I guess actually it was all of this. And then we are going to go back to current speed equals 0. Okay, so this one is setting both of these, so it should stay consistent. This one is setting both current and xdyd. This is setting both current and xdyd, so it shouldn't be able to happen here. This is setting both. Current speed, this equals destination position. This is baby. I'm not as concerned about. If we see it on a baby, then maybe we'll have to check on that as well. So this bit sets, this sets them to the same. Reached destination. Reached dest early. This is probably what happened when we were zipping around. Oh, actually, yeah, with his brace style, this is the containing thing on that if. Oh. Where did... So it's not... so it's back to O here. Okay, so that sets us both. That's baby. That sets them equal. This is the one we just did. Oh, so I need to... So there's actually only 2 places. I forgot to update my message there in one of them. So there's actually only 2 places that this could... Well, I think there's only 2 places. And this is reached dest early. So we're fairly certain that we could trigger reach dest early by messing with our speed again. Whether that's the bug that we're actually seeing, we don't know because we are using a modified speed. Or we were using a modified speed. Okay, so they're both dead. So you're probably only going to see this one coming to rest, maybe. So we could probably trigger one of those and check our message printing by playing with the speed again. We were messing with the use of ETA sec. Let's not do 100 because that was a little bit crazy. Although I think I did see some drift things appearing. Yeah, so that's a little jerky. It's not. I'm not seeing. Oop. Yep. Yeah, it's the server still has to catch up. But it does not seem to be causing. Whoa. Okay. That is. Yeah, and that is wildly different with a path outstanding even. So I must have. Yep, and that is definitely able to cause a draw inversion bug. So we'll just have to see when we're playing the game for real. If we ever see this pop up. Which one? Okay. Oh, right, because it's an increment. I should probably update that. Well, we are printing this in that extra bit of stuff. We probably want to do this regardless of whether we print these so that our position stays in appropriate. Woo! Okay, so I think that I clicked again, but we did trigger a reach test early, and I think I saw that. So this must be an X drift, because I was mostly concerned about Y. You have to be... Jeez. As the server waits for me to catch up. But we can definitely do it by changing speed values. It's like, you're not there yet, son. Oh, wild bug appeared. I'm gonna run there, aren't I? Oh! Interesting. Yeah, because I was waiting for so long because my character had to run all that way. All right, well, I think that's as far as I can go without seeing this thing actually happening in the wild. So that is... We could have it here at this, which is this is modified for silliness. Does that leave me clean? Oh no, I've not put this into my patch yet. So the other thing would be the baby bug, but I really don't have any information about that. I need to see it in the wild. Hey, Puzzle Sky, how's it going? I need to see it in the wild to see... Essentially, I need to be someone who's trying to pick up a baby and it doesn't work. So I can see if we're getting hit detection. It could be that it's a coordinate drift, much like this. And then what kind of message we're sending if we're sending a... If the client is fully convinced the player is there. And then, well... If this is... OOP or progressive... What? The source code, from what I can tell, uses a little bit of object-oriented programming. Progressive, I don't know that term. It's mostly just gigantic functions, and then some miscellaneous functions like this one. But like the page is an object, and I think there can be a couple of those for different scenes. So most of the game code seems to be in this living life page. So you've got that. You've got constructor. There's draw the screen. So there's some object-oriented stuff, but it's not very object-oriented. I guess game objects or live objects are objects. So I think that's all I can do without actual data. Okay. Yeah, nothing I've seen particularly functional. I do a little bit of light functional programming on other days when I'm doing Elm, but this is just trying to patch some stuff in 1 Hour 1 Life, which is Jason Rohr's code, which, the game code often seems to be written for just long linear sequences so it can compile nicely without all the extra function calls, which unfortunately makes it very, very hard to understand at times. So I had some notes about other projects I could be working on. Yeah, so something to show very clearly that it's using a modded version, so possibly menu screen, game reset screen, probably startup screen to be fine. Although, that's probably not too terribly interesting. I imagine... Well... I think time would be the biggest win for me. That might actually get into a different... You know what? Jason's worked on this. Let's see if we can find what he was editing when he's doing this stuff. Okay, we probably need a compact. Thanks for letting me see that dialog box before I clicked on it. This might be a color issue here. And lovely, lovely stacked git. It's like, the GUI is like, I'm not even going to try and draw those lines. Alright, so One Life, there's a reasonable approximation of that. So somewhere around here, or, well, sometime, I think he's recently done some work on this. Is there a search box? Okay, that does touching crafting filters, don't show transitions that produce precursor. Yeah, this is one of the recent ones I was thinking of. So what files is he touching? Oh, it is living life page. So we have find main object ID, get trans most important result. It's a brand new function. Back through our object. So this is get num hints. And get num hints. Get num hints. Get hit message. But probably, so this may have been, this other bit got extracted to that function. Yeah, get trans most important result. Sounds like what we're going to be looking at. So I guess I should update the title here. Trying to add time hint. Time transition hints. And what was that function name now? Get trans most important result. Oh, get trans hintable. This might actually be. I'm gonna have to learn more about the transition. Last use actor. Last use target. I may have to look at the server to figure out what it's processing for time transitions to figure out. Not is food. Generic one-time use transition. Where did the trans record come from? Get an object by index. Vector of them. Living life page. Vector of them. Oh, transition bank. That might be if we go to the header file. That might also give us some better clues about. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in there. Trans record. Actor target. If either are blank, they are consumed by transition. If actor is -1 and auto decay seconds is non-zero, the target decays to a new target automatically in auto decay seconds. If -1 decays according to server epoch time setting. Which is when it just resets the map. So I guess there is some sort of transition if it's non-zero. Decay time is epoch time, or n for number of epochs. So I guess that's a tuning parameter. Oh, epoch time setting, okay. Last use transitions. Don't know that. Actor target, actor target, actor target. So is this the A, B, C, D? Is actor target? Reverse. Last use transitions. Does not transition number of uses. Num uses. Move stuff, random movement, desired move distance. Likely changes happening used by auto-generated transitions. That's your trans record. So yeah, so actor and target have to be A and B. I just don't know how they're used in... Well, let's see if our editor still works. I mean, there have been some game changes, but no, not you. Maybe not any that affect that. Nope. Oh, I had to get some DLLs out of my virtual machine, and I deleted those things. I don't think I've emptied... Have I emptied recycle bin yet? Nah. Looks like I would have to go remember how I got those. Yeah. Well, I did compile that on here, so I just have to get all that stuff set up. I could look at the reference, but I don't know if that puts things in a useful format. So like hot coals. 1 minute plus this goes to that. So this doesn't tell me which is actor, which is target. But maybe if I could find these objects. So hot coals is 85, and it is, well, it also has a time transition to ashes. So object 85. Is that going to be object? ID, hot coals, containable. Oh no, this is the transition we're interested in. That's the object itself. Or does it have... num slots, time stretch. Oh, this is going to give us transition numbers, is it? Yeah, we would need transitions involving object 85. Well, get something in this directory. This appears to be a very, very sparse record. So if we find what this looks like... 85, 60... Or, oh, is this like object 0 to... No, that's 82. Oh, could it be... That's to 82, and I don't see an 82 in there anywhere. 85... There is no 85, so that can't be it. 0, 85, 60... Well, okay, so where is transition bank presumably he's using scanf. So the first two... Wait, actor target? Is the file name? But this is a transition. 85 has both a from and a to that's timed. So it is neither actor or target? If target not equal to -2... And then it is new actor, new target, auto decay seconds. And these are all optional, I take it? Scanf text file name, actor target. Well, there's a 7285. Is perchance fire 72? No. That's 82. But there's no 80 transitions. 72 to 82, so what's 72? No. Can I just put 72 in here and have it work? Kindling. Kindling plus burning tinder. Okay, so that makes sense. Is fire. Fire is 82. But there's no... So is this like a auto transition to 82 of some sort? So we have 0. No, wait, to 82. No, 82 over time. So we want an 80... Something to 85. Actually, I can do file names, right? Is it this one? That's that's ACK. Oh, wrong window. Very long list of things. And we think this is at 285. There's a -1 to 85. And Coles was the 85, right? So we've got a 72 to 85. Wait, a 72. 72 was... Oh, to hot coals. Turns it back into a fire. So -1 is 0.86. 86. So 0 must be nothing else involved. 86 after 120 seconds. So -1 must be server applied auto transitions. So that is a -1 object to a 0 new object over time. And he's calling those actor and target. I don't necessarily know everything about how those are used. So we have to go back to living life. It was something about get trans. Get transhintable. If in trans last use actor, last use target. The things we're interested in for are like hot coals, dough. So the one we looked at didn't have any of those flags. If trans actor greater than 0, our actor is -1. New actor greater than 0. New target greater than 0, which new actor is not greater than 0, or is 0. Wait, does that mean that... Oh, then it can return true, else return false. Oh, so actor... Oh, no, actor is -1. So it just never shows those transitions. And then it returns false. All right, I am going to... I want to take a short break. And then see if we can puzzle out exactly what the plus time transitions are. No, I pulled this out for... Ooh, modification station fragment. Yes, please. All right, that's a 3 of. Okay, so this is a little bit bright for Rex. And it's in my face sometimes. Alright. Probably time to go get some air.
Come on. Danger, revive me.
Vote her out, come on.
Vote Lisa.
Lisa. No,
Vote Lisa.
dude.
Danger. Danger. Vote Lisa.
Okay, not yet. Cause we don't need this option phase. Cause the AI scripts themselves will handle all that. So we don't need any buttons. Or the mouse. Still need this.
Was it? Okay. Well, let's see what happens with this. Bye, baby. So... Okay, so you can empty water into it as well? So does it...
Welcome back. All right, so we go out, not sure about those. We can only consider hints for, for actor greater than or equal to 0. For an object, but you have... Is bare hand a thing? Bare hand hint. Oh, actor equals 0 is bare... Oh, it did say greater than or equal to. Get trans hintable. So bare hand is the 0. So is actor... greater than 0. Well, I need... just really looking... I guess what I really want to know is actor less than 0 stuff. But that might only be in the server if that's how that works. Target equals -1 and actor greater than 0. Factor. We're doing a lot of drawing stuff here. What's the syntax for this mode? There we go. Greater than 0. And I think that's probably a wrap because we're starting up here. No. CD server. Where do we do stuff with actors? In actor ID, failure log, that's for some other stuff. Depth factor. Failure log. Factor again. Our actor. So maybe the server doesn't care. Or it's referencing some generic code elsewhere in like the transition bank, maybe? Game source. Oop, I did edit instead of... transition bank. What did we call it? It was like... trans record. And then trans record. Oh, no, that would be transition bank.h. Auto decay seconds. Is there anything in here about ETA time? Editor, transition bank, less than 0. It's probably still parsing it. That looks like it's some kind of write or print. Add trans. Not equal to 0. Don't count auto decays. For what? Is ancestor. Oh. Oh. I might end up touching that as well. Because ancestor and hintable might actually be two different things. Because really going through the time transitions is probably the more interesting thing. Why are we making a new... This might be add trans, yeah, some epic delay. That's trans record. So it has to be... Well, no, we haven't looked at server. Map. Left decay transition, auto decay seconds. To avoid lockstep. Okay. Interesting. Left map ETA, yeah, so it does get resolved to an ETA time. But this is where I'm curious. New actor. New actor. So auto decay seconds is regardless of actor. Because it's auto decay. And then -1 and -2 are just some signals. This is where I'd like to see the editor up. To see how you mark that as the things you put in there. Actually, how about editor? Because that's doing that stuff. Editor... CPP... Is editor scene page the main one? Actually, let's look for target actor, or no, it's new actor. I think. Editor transition page. So this is the file we want. What does he do when he sets it to like actor equals -2? Fill in generic person actor. No people in object bank. Target, target, target. Oh, -1 is auto delay. If decay time not equal to 0, then actor is -1. Default transition. What's a default transition? Target not equal to 0. New equal to 0. I found 2 places that could appear to set it. So I've added a thing that anytime, everywhere we think that it's allowed for speed to become 0, we immediately check to see if that discrepancy exists, and if it does, I set a string flag that will persist on my screen. So hopefully we can see where it happens. I found, when I was playing around with the speed, I did find a place where it could happen there, but that was with really weird speeds. So we'll have to see if that happens in realistic situations. So it's a default transition. What does a default transition mean? Can I find a default transition and see what kind of thing that is? Do any default transitions exist? There's a couple. A very small number of them. So that has a couple of factors. So 141 is a Canada goose pond. And it can transition to a 143. So that's the... So this looks like a bare hand transition. You'd think... Well, there's some flags out here. I'd have to chase down what those mean. You'd think that would just be bare hand Canada Goose Pond. All right, so this is probably in the same order. Target change, chance, new target, no change. Any others? So 164. Is rabbit hole, yeah. Oh no, 164 goes to 161. Plain old rabbit hole. And that transition was at 0 seconds. This lists, yeah, empty hand. Yes, so I don't know what's special about a default transition versus a empty hand. Oh, default is if you have an object in hand and then you just touch it, something happens. Okay, so that's the -2s. -1 is just no actor, so that's pretty much all timed stuff, which is probably what we want. Is that a 1 second? Yeah. No, it is a 0 if it's an empty hand. I was trying to figure out what the -1s and -2s were. So I think -1 is like pure time, non-interactive. -2 is like if you have a tool or something you're holding on and you touch a rabbit hole, it'll still disappear. Which I don't even know if is listed here. I want to know if the -1s are always. So yeah, that's a time transition. That's the fire we were looking at. That's a time transition. That's a time transition. That's a time transition. I did find one that was like 0 time though. Well, I guess I could look at the delay time and just see if it's a... Yeah. And then see if there is a delay on that transition. And then we'll say, yeah, like here's a -1, time -1. Oh, that actually could mean epoch things, can't it? Yeah. And then we also have to have a way to display these as like plus time or something. No, there's names for them. I'm just trying to... It's like you can figure out what this is. So we can say, okay, automatic transition from 389. Or we could go to the object file and look it up. Dying gooseberry bush. Yeah, so this must be using epoch time, which is why it's the -1. So this is likely the dead gooseberry bush, which we can verify because it's a 390. Yep, 390 dead gooseberry bush. So if we want to go into living life page, get trans hintable. So this says if actor is greater than or equal to 0, we consider things. We want to say else if in trans actor equals -1 and can these be anything but times? Also, what's an LT? 420. Oh, last transition, there's a thing for that. So what's a 420? Shovel or something, maybe? Ah, yes, thank you. Yeah, we're not finished yet. Shot wolf. Oh, right, because he moves around a bit. Oh, hey, Anna. Thank you. Happy New Year. Yeah, so this is like counting down its uses or whatever. Then there's the last transition. So that's what this is about. Oh, but these are automatic transitions. Yeah, I guess plus time. So now we need to be looking at just bank.h. Auto decay seconds. If actor is -1 and auto decay seconds is non-zero. Non-zero is the thing we're looking for. Auto decay is apparently a thing. In trans actor not equal to 0, and then we want to return true. And there are probably things we need to not do here. Because this says if it is greater than or equal to 0, and target greater than 0, which it's not, and, oh, well, or target equals, I guess, gone, or new actor, or in trans target is 0 or -1. Oh, it's a thing or it's special. So I guess it's not bare ground transition. So maybe we could just change this condition. But this says target greater than 0. But then there's all these things. So maybe we could do that. Generic one-time use transition. I mean, maybe if we just said greater than or equal to -1 and didn't consider the time was there, since these all should have times on them. Now, it probably won't be able to display that. Also, I have to figure out what a good test transition is. I guess if I looked at a milkweed, it has transitions. It probably won't display these properly, but That would be an easy time-based thing. Alright, give me something to hold, so we don't actually do anything to it. So blank plus milkweed equals flowering milkweed. So we might want to sort it differently, but I think if we put a case in there to do time plus, this might be a percent %s plus, no, because it's a new line. So how about plus percent %s? No. How about literal string plus, no. Hint? Not sure nothing as a result. There's get num hint, which I think is just to use that same thing and then count them, right? Because we did have 2 there. Huh. Maybe that's get hintable. So yeah, there is some ordering stuff here, so we might want to move the timed ones to the back. But first, we need to figure out where it's printing that. Is there any other text around that area that is a little bit easier to find than plus? Which is going to happen a lot in a program. We've got bracket tab. Oh, and there's no space. So what about plus percent %s? No, that might also be doing some search meta character stuff that I'm not sure about. That probably is. There's the tab recognition. Oh, handwriting font tab hint. Hint message. Translate of hint. So there's the number of steps. There's the plus. Handwriting font, draw pause, line right. Where's the string? Well, there's the plus and the equals. Lines L. Num lines, hint message. Hint message. Thank you. Yeah, no, Yeah, no, I'm just doing patches. I don't know if any are worth submitting. I guess I could take the ones that don't have compromises and try submitting. I just kind of assumed that Jason would see what I'm doing and either re-implement it better or express some interest in using it. Measure string, pending filter string. Stir comp, to hint message last sheet. Is this a loop for last sheet? Yeah. We don't necessarily want last sheet. Num hint sheets. Splint hit message. Get hint message. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know if he would take features. Last hint, sorted list. Actor, find main object ID. If actor greater than 0, aha! Greater than 0, bare hand. Now, I think that this gets into the English file. Yeah, well, yeah, I've just talked about trying to integrate this. Oh, and the way this acts as the actor position... It's going to end up showing as time plus, which... Yeah. Do we need this string duplicate? Maybe because he's going to do some stuff to it? If target greater than 0, target equals -1, oh, this turns it into an eat. Bare ground hint. Eventually. No hint. Well, we'll see how that looks, because that might be minimum viable. Now, I feel like it would make a little bit more sense to do, like, milkweed stock plus time rather than time plus milkweed stock. In which case, you'd need to see how easy it would be to swap the lines, and whether that would interact with anything else weirdly. Oh. Oh. So that did not make it show up. Maybe something else is checking for that or doing something with it. Actor equals -1. There might be other checks for that. Oh, this is just actor string. Oh, he's making a string for it from actor string, target string, result string. But that is the last thing that does actor string, and it's in that chain. So what is maybe no, because we're making a hint. We're just not getting. We're just not getting our other thing here. It's the only place it's called. Do we fill out hint message anywhere else? Okay, that's not what it was called. Hint message. So it could be anywhere. Delete if it's not equal to null. Line split. Do we do any special processing of lines here? Just draw lines. Well, unless we're referencing actor, or this is just line equals 1, line equals 2. Line equals 0 is with nothing, I guess. Okay. There's my last click on person. Let's, since that is a string, essentially, see if we can do Hint message. Oh. Let's just try 0. Oh, this should be a... This should still be conditional. Ah. See if we're at least getting that far. Oh, the font might only have capital characters. Normally he takes care of that. Just change all the cases. Yep. So now, can we hint message actor equals -1. We have not yet assigned a target string. And we've actually got a lot of stuff to do here yet. Result string, string to uppercase description. If eventually result string, full string, target string, result string, actor string. So after getting target string, and really it could be anytime after actor, script description comment, I'd then have to come down here and do if actor equals -1, which he likes this style. Do we do anything to actor string in between? Because I could actually make this, I don't know. I could actually make it a single patch where we did that. But that would make it a little bit more remote in code position. That does actually simplify it versus swapping, doesn't it? Because then I don't have to worry about swapping it, because it's, well, yeah. Oh, he does that. And so actor string equals target string. And target string equals that. That is non-printable characters, so that is showing me where the new lines are, so that I don't have, well, trailing spaces, like this. I also have that for tabs, so I can be aware of mixed tab space files. Monthly plus time. Oh. bare hand. Maple leaf trip. Well, okay, equals maple tree, because they're both called maple tree, is not super useful. I'm not sure I can do anything about that. Oh, I'm actually running out of... Fruiting milkweed plus time equals milkweed. So yeah, this is where I might want to see if I could rearrange them. What I did realize I forgot to do, and I don't think it's too late for this, is STG... Oh, Author, message... Name. Interesting. Because actually just don't supply that. I thought that kit was actually figuring that out. Anyway. Let's really be Vim. And even then it was having issues. Anyway. Oh, maybe it was a Git specific editor configuration. So now what can we do? Is there any sorting of get hint message? Last hint sorted list pushback. Is this what we're looking for? Get num hints. This is just getting the number. It shouldn't be sorting stuff? Did I miss a... Or are he just using that to track the list? Hint IDs, push back. Or is this doing some member variable that has the sorted hints? Anything about hint? Num hint sheets? Offset from num hint sheets. Maybe there's multiple pieces to making it? Num hint sheets, message index. But num hint sheets like 4, wasn't it? Yeah, that's not enough for all of them. Hint message index, mhint extra, target offset, pause offset, hide offset. Hint message is... There's only one hint message at a time. Last hint sorted list. Pushback returns... Oh, so get the number actually creates the list. Is that right? Else need a regenerated sorted list. And then pushback sorted list, get hint message, get element if not found. Oh, then it regenerates stuff? Is this not the only place we do this? That seems to be the only place we do this. All of that. Maybe bare hand hint is not the greatest. Eat hint, no. It's trying to get it from this. Oh, maybe it called get hint message. Oh, get num hint and then do this. Oh no, if it's not equal to null, do this. I was thinking if it was. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it looks like get num hints is actually building a cache. So sorted. Delete all, push back. Oh, there's a queue. No. Queue.insert. The only reference to queue? Oh, I still have to check precursor transitions too. Okay, well that's actually an easy one. We just do like flowering milkweed and how about, and I might want to wait. Making straight branch. Straight branch is a precursor of straight branch? Big hard rock, not relevant. I guess because that's it. That became leaf. Maple tree plus time equals maple tree. It doesn't say you get a straight branch out of that, but it does tell you that that is where you could get a straight branch. Oop, finally starved. And if I go back, let's see, I don't have. Could I easily? I could probably easily disable this, right? No, actually, this is fine. But it was actor greater than or equal to -1. If we set this back to 0, we'll get the old behavior and double check that that's actually different. Or that it considers that even a thing that's on the path. So which way did I wander for that? I was up here. Oh, this was straight branch. Now you see, maple tree not relevant. Even though you just have to wait. I guess it's just the skull. Like a, yeah, okay. Sorry if I had a graphics glitch there. Okay, so that's one of the other mods. That is, I call it diegetic temperature, which kind of means like in character. So characters shiver when they are cold, and there's a very simple sweat drop when they are sweating. So that's one of the several patches. And except for the stuff I'm working on, that is available for testing, at least on Windows, if you would like to experiment with them. And then eventually that might have time hints if I figure out how to do it properly. Yeah, I guess the shaking could be kind of annoying. Alright, so we wanted get num hints. And how are you sorting here? Last hint, filter string. New filter, clear all bookmarks. So it seemed like we were doing yeah. I guess this is like multiple passes? Yeah. So that's not that loop. I guess you just have to read the whole thing. Figure out what he's doing here. Oh, also that was a direct I think it's I'd probably have to redo it after changing back. Okay. So I think I would have to look several steps of precursor. So if we went like fruiting milkweed on this. Ooh, maybe I misspelled it, but that means we might have to do something for precursors as well. Let's see if this one is. Did I save changing? Yeah, I did not save. I didn't hit save. That'll do it. I've just been assuming that it get hintable or whatever would also apply to the precursors. So if we do fruiting milkweed on milkweed. Yep, milkweed plus time is flowering milkweed. Oh, so maybe he's pre-sorting something here and then going through and inserting them. Filter, 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 filter. There's our Q. Trans, get all uses, which must be in transition bank. Filtered trans, unfiltered trans, if trans hintable, then it goes into both? Okay. Oh, for the filter later. Okay. Last hint, filter string. And filter trans size greater than 0. Search objects. So that is for the filter. Is this direct hits? This must be the transitions. Don't count the object itself as a hit. Count if occurrence of filter string matches whole words, not oh. So you could do partial words with a so this is filter string direct match. Now find shallowest matching objects. Maybe. I'm assuming this is transition bank. Oh, no, this is the direct objects. Okay, so this is the direct object that matches these things. So we're searching objects right now. Get object depth. Depth, map size, depth. Depth map? Regenerate depth map. All start unreachable. Oh, so this is depth from... I wonder why he... Maybe that's to optimize some things. Shallowest depth, unreachable. For all of the things that hit, get the object depth of the hit objects. Figure out the shallowest and deepest depth of objects that hit. So that's the hit IDs. Shallowest objects. So earliest in the tech tree that got hit. These are exact matches. Use those instead. Okay. LIDs that are used to make hit objects. If it's greater than 0 and less than 10, does that mean we don't do precursors? That's where we calculated precursors. I guess if there's more than 10, we don't count precursor objects. Surely there's some reason for that. Num hits, so we push back all the known objects. Limited number of steps back. Oh. So if it's super deep, you won't find it anyway. Well, that might be a bigger block than the time, then. Don't care about things before our object that lead to filter target. S less than 10. Remember, this is only containing 10 objects, and old last step, get element. There's already time transitions, and they do show up in multiple steps. So I guess where are we actually looking at the transitions? Oh, search produces. Wait, does that mean... Well, we know it wasn't hinting those. Anything that involved... that wasn't hinting anything that involved time. As a useful precursor. So maybe what we actually have to... Are we saying it's... When are we saying it's not relevant? I'm trying to think if there's a useful thing where we can go through a thing that's not direct, like pick up milkweed stock from a fruiting milkweed without considering the changes we've made. Get trans hintable. So we've got filtered and unfiltered trans. Now where is the search produces? No, this doesn't. List any arrays. How to generate candidate search. Search with categories. In map to search. In map to search. Uses map. Most ID vectors are record pointers that use the ID sparse. So is this actually not necessary for the transitive ones? I would have to say it would have to it would have to be a thing I can do. That would have a time-based transition. What if we did what will we need? Milkweed stock. Straight branch not relevant. And then we tried to get a... Well, you know, we can still use this to touch it. Oop, hi. Right, any of these things will produce it. I guess what I'm really considering... okay, we've got that straight. Milkweed seed not relevant. And this is with directly showing time-based transitions, which is still something. So we have to wait for... So what I don't know is if the produces isn't considering time-based transitions, or if this is the number of steps we would consider. Search produces. Produces map. Oh, that's not actually what we're doing here. Do you care about actor? Not really. Well, okay, we do. If this is the limit, we just make a bigger search and see if that's it. So maybe it wasn't time-based transitions. It was just the depth that he will show hints to you. And there's still a huge function here I haven't looked at, so it could be a lot of things. Filter is... milkweed seed not relevant. Seems to me like this should be relevant. And that's the thing itself. Because you have to plant it. But it's not... Surely there are less than 100 steps between a milkweed seed and a milkweed stalk. Prod trans not equals null. Shallowest trans index. Are we doing any like actor greater than 0? Is this a category? Get category. Oh, maybe it's pattern. Target greater than 0. So there is an actor check there. Actor greater than 0. get element index actor. Oh. He's only considering actor greater than 0. And that's strictly greater than 0. Well, I guess we just test things as we find them. So we don't want to consider 0. Oh, but we have to get element index. Yeah, I added time. I don't know if the exact time is relevant. It's just things like initially I wasn't able to figure out how to make bread because it was a time-based transition off of the dough, which I don't have an easy time to get to right now. So this is going to get element index actor. Oh, precursor IDs. Yeah, so it can't get element index of actor -1. Of course, that's going to end up... Oh. That would essentially say you'd have to make time as a precursor object? Which is weird because that would like add extra time. Yeah, so we've got display. It doesn't always work because of labels. For instance, a maple tree with and without a branch is the same label. But it will tell you that if you wait long enough, you will get a different type of maple tree. Or that if you wait long enough, you will get a... wait on a milkweed, you'll get a flowering milkweed, and so on. But I was looking to sort that, and then I'm also finding that it will not tell you that planting a milkweed seed will give you a will eventually allow you to get a milkweed stalk. I mean, I could. I'm not sure that that's necessary. I mean, these are meant to be hints. Ideas. So the problem here is that we expect to be able to get element index on this, and it's wants to push precursor IDs. So this is, you know what, this is pushing back the actor. We don't need to push back the actor. The actor is time. If target greater than 0, we push back target. And these are independent. So where are we falling down here? Filtered transitions. Hit. Don't show trend that result in a hit or a precursor of a hit if the trans doesn't display that hit or a precursor as a result. Oh, only produce a precursor as a side effect. Bonus will produced from stitching shoes as a precursor of bellows, but it's very odd to show a shoe producing transition, bellows, and hold it. Wait. Bone needle. Produced from stitching shoes, and bone needle is a precursor of bellows. Okay. That result in a hit. A precursor of a hit if the trans doesn't display that hit as a result when shown to user. Actor. Num hits, get element direct. If the actor is not equal to the ID and the target is not equal to the ID, matches filter break. If matches filter equals false, actually make ID, not if they just use it. Doesn't use one of our main hits as an ingredient. Actor, actor. Okay, there is an actor greater than 0. Use dummy parent. Target, use dummy parent. Hits its ingredient, true, break. Not matches filter, delete element. So we'd have to figure out... I'm gonna have to figure out how to print some stuff here. Oh, there was a log file. And that might have been... Oh, or did he have his own log agent we had to use? Because I'm not sure. I also don't know what hint sheets are for, because I only ever see the one. So we don't, or it's not clear where these are being knocked out. Or if they're ever being generated. Oh, that's what I was thinking about doing. I was thinking about making a thing to try and spit out transition trees. Pending filter string. Making. Oh, this is the filter string itself. Num trans, actor greater than 0. Else if target greater than 0. Oh, if actor greater than 0 and actor, okay, yeah. And then, but target's greater than 0, so that should be the depth. TR actor. Okay, there's a bunch of actor greater than 0 stuff here. String already present. Other actor strings. Target greater than 0. What are we doing with this? Q.insert tr. I guess this is just for presence. Transition depth. Oh, and is this like min priority queue? So depth is what's determining when this goes in. So for the sorting side of things, I think we would just want to bump time a little bit. Maybe even bump it like all the way to the back. Depth equals 0, so it's going to go to the target depth. Which for milkweed, I would actually think 2 steps of time. Ooh, I'm getting old. But we need to be, say, making flowering milkweed. Milkweed plus time. Oh, no, I wanted fruiting milkweed. Yeah, so that actually is going through timed transitions. How about... Okay, to get a... Maybe it is the depth? Flowering milkweed plus time is fruiting milkweed. And that is a transition that will get you to a milkweed seed. Wait. What? But fruiting milkweed is not relevant? Maybe fruiting milkweed plus branch is not relevant? Okay, right click, we'll pick it up. Now I need another one. How about if we get that as debris, and then... Oh, is it called milkweed seed? I think it's called milkweed seed. Milkweed seed. Bare hand plus milkweed debris equals milkweed seed. Does it not count milkweed debris because it's like an extra thing from the stock? The weird thing is that the other transition... I need to find one. Fruiting milkweed not relevant. That's another mysterious one, but it does tell me that time... Milkweed plus time is flowering milkweed. Or is this a case of... Yeah, no, it says not relevant. Then again, is that... Gooseberry. Not relevant, yeah. Maybe because this transition doesn't do anything. Flowering milkweed plus times fruiting milkweed. But fruiting milkweed is not relevant. Okay, so I might have to actually build some sort of transition tree dumper. What does filtered transition do? What is filtered about it? Get deleted if we're not matching. Can we print when this happens. Does print even work? CD build Windows One Life. Okay, we do print some GMT stuff. Can we just do something if this happens? Yep, semicolon. Oh, this was filtered, so no. Okay, well, this might be a minor gems thing actually, but I think there was some sort of app log. Probably go to the log file. Well, there's two things I don't like. One is that well, I want to figure out sorting, which is that we're kind of hitting the same stuff. I'm also curious why certain transitions don't appear. Like fruiting milkweed is like 1 step away from 2 steps away from milkweed stock, but we're not getting that. We're also not seeing that a milkweed seed will get you to a milkweed stock, or even to a milkweed for that matter. So can I assume that there's like an info F? Can I do stu deleted? Yeah. App log info F. Probably it's not actually formatted, but fine. Info F. Okay. Or we could go to minor gems. Minor gems. Util. IO. I'm modding. Okay, fine. Minor gems. App log. Actually, I could have done a file search there. File name search. applog.h. It is in util log, of course. Oh, right, these are members of a class or something. So it's error, critical error warning. Oh, it's lowercase info. One life, game source, living life page. And then, okay, there's some old stuff in here, so we probably need to clear this. All right, any evidence that it's happening without a filter? Oops. Okay, that is not... Or maybe we're not set to go at info level. So we're gonna have to kill this to rebuild. Too many windows. And what? Oh, I guess it was locked at the time because the program was running. Okay, so one thing did get deleted there. So now we want to try and figure out what that was. So we have actor and target are our main things of interest here. Which are easily available. Oh, but we're not in scope for those. T actor, T target. And while we're doing that, we should be able to clear the log. Oh, except now it lost its... That's annoying. It's like I like the update, but it doesn't update the fact that it decides it's read only, and then maybe I could try write force. All right, milkweed stock. Oh, right, and then the filter. No, milkweed stock. -1 to 50. So it is deleting a time-based transition. Oh, and yeah, that's a time-based transition. That could be one that's leading back to where we're at. Which one is 50? Is milkweed. So that's a transition from fruiting milkweed that will eventually lead back to fruiting milkweed. So that might actually be loop elimination. So now, well, we can actually do reasons for that now. So this is all off matches filter. So we can look for where we set that and then say why it was eliminated. Why is it eliminating this? This is loops back. If it's still false, and this is hit is ingredient. Oh, an ingredient in the thing we're trying to make. A milkweed stalk is indeed an ingredient. Or a milkweed plant. But that doesn't explain why we're dropping debris. I may actually have to print out the list here and say flowering milkweed, fruiting milkweed, milkweed debris. Where do we hit 55? And why are we not... Maybe we're not considering the target? Anyway, we'll see exactly what's throwing this out here. Did I save? I didn't save. And we can't touch the log file. Can we... Yep. Okay, read only file. Can I force it? Okay. Made it recheck, I guess. And I'm dead. Where was I doing that? I went down this way somewhere to find a milkweed. Milkweed. Oh no, it was actually, oh no, it was seed. That's right, not stock, but. Load file. Hit is ingredient for 50. And this might have repeat protection. Hit is ingredient for basic milkweed stock. Fruiting milkweed not relevant. All right, well this is going to be a deeper problem than what I want to deal with right now. So I'm going to take this out and this out and check for other differences. Oh, I guess it always writes that file, huh? That white space is probably pre-existing. I wouldn't have any reason to change that. So STG series, STG refresh. We've at least got the time transitions in there for direct time transitions. So I'll experiment with that today, and then maybe next week we can poke more at why a fruiting milkweed is not relevant to getting milkweed seeds, and why milkweed seeds are not relevant to getting milkweed or milkweed stalks. Which seems pretty weird to me. And we don't seem to be using the get hintable here, unless that is farther up when we're doing our transitions, but there's a lot of stuff here. So I think I may actually have to do like some grass fizz dumps or something of what we're considering and what we're filtering out, to try and get a sense if it's even considering the transitions of interest. So that's what I'm going to play with this afternoon. I do want to take a break for lunch and stuff, but I'll be back in probably usually a little over an hour to play the game, live some lives, and hopefully I'll test out time transitions and hopefully catch some of the position bugs as well. If we can catch them in the act. But that's it for now. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for Shy Eyes for bringing a bunch of friends. I want this off for next time. And thanks to, let's see, does this actually work? Okay, yeah, that worked. The other hosts did not work, so I still have some work to do there. Properties, refresh. So that's going to lose the raid. But I apparently still have some bugs to work out on that, which is going to be a tricky one, because it seems to work fine when you just refresh the page, which is what you're doing when you're developing. And oh, hey, there's actually some follows since this stream. Thanks, guys. Maybe I missed that while I was out too. Anyway, that's that. I am normally doing... I guess I don't need this running. Normally doing coding in the mornings, and since I'm currently playing 1 Hour 1 Life on Saturdays, I also tend to be that my mod testing and working time. Actually, I'm going to be between main games a little bit. Actually, I might, I've been doing Slay the Spire on Sundays, so I might mainline that so I can at least get to the end of Act 4. But meanwhile, do I know anybody else? Well, she's already got some attention, but I guess I might as well throw it back to her. So looks like Shy Eyes back on her apocalypse quest here. And apparently it's been foiled again. So yeah, if you're looking for someplace cool to hang out, that's someplace cool to hang out. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will be back in a little bit to test this stuff, and maybe next time.